Welcome to Yulman Stadium in New Orleans, home to the Tulane Green Wave, and as this city likes to say, let the good times roll, and the Tulane fans are certainly ready for that. What we have in store for you today, a clash between a couple of SEC teams that could have season-long ramifications. As we'll see, the Florida State Seminoles taking on the 18th ranked team in the land, the Tulane Green Wave. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Tulane will kick it off to get this game underway. He'll bring it out. It's ball. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. A first down for the offense. Handoff from the gun. Crosses the 30. He's got to lay it. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down. The Noles injecting some attitude, throwing the spear down and declaring they're going to run the football.
Run the football, be aggressive. This is the part of the offense that, remember, it was a long time Florida State offensive line play wasn't good enough. They got to get that physicality, that run game, if they want to be a great program again.
Guys, this rough start is hardly what they had in mind to start SEC play, and it's not going to get any easier.
Well, no doubt about it. There were big expectations surrounding this program inside SEC play this year, and things haven't necessarily gone their way. They've had to fight a ton of adversity, but, David, they believe they have the leadership in the locker room to turn.
And he can't escape, and down he goes.
Man, it didn't take long for the defense to get home on that play. You see them playing man coverage in the back end, slowing down the routes from the receivers and the rest of the offense. That forced the quarterback to have to hold on to it for just a split second longer, and they were able to get the sack.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. They'll run play action. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
We're already in the first quarter, but already you get the feeling this could be a long day for this QB. He's already been sacked. He gets hit right there on the incomplete throw. They've got to find a way to do a better job up front of protecting this guy, or it's going to be difficult to put up points.
And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. Line gets set, first down. Give to the running back. And he's almost to that first down marker. They're saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. And guys, this is a great time to look for an explosive play on 2nd and short. 3 wideouts to the left. Off play action. He'll get rid of it. A strike downfield. And they get him down at the 43, but this is the kind of explosive play you want to build on. That was a really nice catch and an even better run after the grab.
Yeah, and get the ball to your playmaker. What's good about having him in the slot is he can go either direction. You can get him matched up on somebody that's not as fast, and you watch, he can run away from those linebackers or safeties.
Fast motion from the offense. They'll give it to the back. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you, I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10.
Under. Cricket. Acorn.
He's looking to throw. Fires left. That one came in hot, and it's incomplete. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Quarterback checking off.
Here we go. Gorilla. Go.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Blasted as he lets it go. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. Wide receiver now comes in motion. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Now improvising. And it's incomplete. The long pass on 4th down is to no avail.
You know, offensively in that situation, 4th down, you're throwing for it. Everything has to go right, or someone just needs to be able to make a play to keep the drive alive. They couldn't get it done, and now the offense is coming off the field.
The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Oh, and they get the ball back, but that's just going to make it much tougher on this drive. 2nd down after the offense averted absolute disaster. Looking to throw, it's Barnes. And he was knocked down immediately. Very short pickup on that one. The Noles want to crank the tempo. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And that pass intercepted. Never had a chance to get rolling after the pick, but he gives them the ball in prime field position at the 40.
And that's the danger about being in a 3rd and long situation. You've got to push the football downfield. The defense is expecting it. So they've got guys in the back end with their eyes on the QB. They're able to make the interception. This offense is going to have to do a better job generating better plays early in drives moving forward.
He'll pitch it. And the 4th option there is to throw it in reverse, and that's what happened on that one.
Well, the offensive line had everybody blocked except the defensive end. He was able to sneak into the backfield and get the tackle for loss.
A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Quarterback will audible. On 2nd down, wants to throw it. He's moving out of the pocket. Makes the grab on the left. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
This is exactly why this guy is your QB. He does such a great job of buying time, has such great speed, just stresses the defense. What do you want to do? You want to blitz me? Sure, I'm going to scramble outside the pocket, complete the pass. He's just posing so many problems and so many headaches.
Takes it from the gun on 3rd down. Lets it fly. The receiver was doubled, and they picked it off. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Nice play by the DB. Most people say offenses have the advantage, right? They know where they're going. They have the footing underneath them. Defensive guys, you still got to guess. You might be a little bit more cautious. No, sir, this defensive back does a great job breaking on the football, going up and making the INT.
Timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Offense getting set for first down. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. They stop him cold, maybe gets a yard to the 34.
Yeah, and the running back didn't get much here, but, you know, you clearly want to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
Using the quick game. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down. Nothing too surprising about seeing the Seminoles being productive in the passing game.
Man, we can think back, Reese, to so many great offenses for Florida State, whether it's Charlie Ward or Chris Winkie, whoever it is, the trigger man being really, really good is the start of a great Florida State team.
DB's locked up tight on the receivers. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. And not much going on downfield. You just get rid of it and live to play another down.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
Here comes the offense on second down. Looking downfield, it's Barnes. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it.
Obviously, when you're playing in weather like this, the ball is very slippery and it's hard to catch. The QB threw a bullet that time, and his receiver just could not reel it in.
They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On third and long, he has to throw for it. Complete downfield. Open space at the 25. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida State.
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Oh, he's going to take a chance. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out in the end zone and came up a little short. The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down, to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him. Maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
After missing the connection last time, it's 2nd and 10 from the 22. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. On second down, they'll take to the air. Pocket starts to collapse. And he will wisely throw it to the kid playing the tuba.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throwaway.
Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. From the gun, wants to pass. He'll try to do it himself. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down. Tulane right back to the line.
Well, he does a really nice job buying time, and I love the awareness there, understanding no one's open downfield, knowing where the sticks are, and he's able to use his athleticism to get that first down.
They'll throw it on first down. He rifles one deep down the middle. And he's got it inside the 35. He wasn't far from taking it to the house, and that'll be the final play of the first quarter.
That's the end of the first quarter. The score, Florida State 7, Tulane 0.
First down to start the drive after the break. The run to the right. He's there to make the stop.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Now the play fake. Swings it out to his running back. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
On third down, he drops to throw. It's complete. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense. First and goal from the 7. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Little touch pass to the receiver. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. Third down has been right in the wheelhouse for this offense. 2 for 2 on this drive and trying to do it again and score a touchdown. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. The offense trying to find, and he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Green Wave!
And I love these designed runs, goal-to-go situations. Gotta have it. I know I get an extra blocker with now my quarterback running the football, being decisive, getting downhill, getting in the end zone.
And he made that extra point, the wet turf, no problem at all. Looking for those open spaces and opportunity. He had visions of glory on that return, but he'll step out of bounds at the 29. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tired.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't put on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
Looking to pass, it's Barnes. Gonna let it fly. And he's got it inside the 30-yard line. Touchdown Seminoles. And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby.
Man, tight ends do so much for your offense. They block like crazy. You pull them, you use them all over the place. And when you got a guy that can do this, it's just the cherry on top of the sundae, making big plays, going half the field plus to get the big touchdown.
He'll bring it out. Knocked down right at the 25, and I guess he breaks even, bringing it out of the end zone.
Green Wave will take over 1st and 10.
Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Almost had the completion, just missed it.
All right, trying to attack the middle of the field on that in route. Nice job putting his foot in the ground. He didn't telegraph where he was going. He was open. He's just got to make the catch.
They come to the line, facing 3rd and long from the 25. The snap sets up to throw. A little screen to the running back. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. Here comes Tulane after picking up the 1st down. To the ground with the back. Just a solid stop by this sophomore. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. quarterback reacting to what the D is showing.
Ready, go!
Wants to fire on second down. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. Now he'll let one fly down the left side. He flips his field in an instant, and he's got him set up at the 20.
I love when you back the defense off of you. If you want to get aggressive, I'll take shots down the field, make the defense play more conservative, and now what? Now you're in the red zone with a chance to get some points.
The give to the back. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
I'll tell you, this defensive end, not only can he pass rush, but he can play the run as well. You see him beat the offensive lineman there trying to block him and get in the backfield to make that tackle for loss. That was impressive.
Put themselves in a bit of a bind with that last one. It's 2nd and 14. He's looking to throw. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
You can't rest on your laurels as a quarterback. We know how much success he had last game when he completed over 70% of his throws. This game, though, he's just a little bit off. At times, he looks like he's pressing. He hasn't been overly accurate, and that's a reason why he's completing somewhere around 50% of his passes.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. They get to him as he throws. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming. They'll play it safe and try for 3. And it's right down the boulevard. After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away. Fielded in the end zone, it's ball. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out in the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. Jesse, a very productive drive last time, wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. Let's see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
Got his man down the middle. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he's...
And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And the Seminoles will punt this one away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now, they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field goal.
I think if you want to take the next step, too, here and score a touchdown, you got to start finding more creative ways to get your best players the ball. Let's see if they can do that here.
And that is exactly why you stick to running the football. Haven't had a lot of success, but boom, you pop one, right? That's what you got to do. You cannot become one-dimensional and just throw the football every down. Love the offense, sticking to the run. Nice job getting the first down.
They'll ride the hot hand. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding the ball so he can break some of those big runs. But I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
Okay,
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Quarterback checking the play. Looking to pass on second down. Bought a little time, lets it go. He looks that one in nicely. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. 3rd and short, coming from the 34. You wonder if this is 4-down territory. They'll try to get it through the air. Throws to the wideout. He's got an open man. Offenses gain momentum with 3rd down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25. Here comes Tulane after picking up the 1st down. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
Man, the defense, you hold your breath. When this receiver has the football out in space, you have got to make sure you're playing with outstanding pursuit. Nice job there, but as this game goes on, they've got to keep an eye on this guy and make sure they know what...
Headed to the end zone. Give him 6. Touchdown, Tulane.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
17, Florida State, 14.
No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be concerned. If we're a little bit down, listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
Got him downfield. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. All the way down at the 33-yard line, it's 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Incomplete, and he threw that one up for grabs and into traffic, and fortunate to get it back. Second and 10, he'll throw again. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Yeah, and unfortunately, this guy's been beat like a drum. He's been hit, sacked a bunch of times already, and another hit right here. I'm literally looking at my offensive line and be like, dude, I need some more time. You got to protect me better than this. Give me a chance to complete some passes.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. So they'll send out the field goal unit. Timeout by the defense as they're trying to ice this kicker. This field goal attempt is going to be an even 50-yarder. 3 straight misfires has left them staring at 4th and 10, but they'll try it again. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. He's got it, and they convert. And he makes a completion. They're set up and in business at the 20. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. From the red zone, looking for a space. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
It's now 2nd down.
On 2nd down, they'll try the field goal to get the points before halftime. It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. And the 3-ball locks us up as we get closer to the half. That late in the half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. Here he comes from inside his own 5. They make the stop on the return, and that is priority one. You don't want some big return to give up a cheap touchdown on the final play of the half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. And the Noles will kick it away to crank up the second half. And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense.
Trying to set up the screen, and he throws the interception. And he's brought down after the pick, but not before putting his offense in business.
And if that don't light your fire, your wood is wet. The best play on a field is when the big boy, the most athletic people on the field, the defensive linemen, make game-changing, awesome, super athletic interceptions.
They'll try the run. And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing?
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Makes the catch. It's ball. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. They'll throw on 3rd and short. And that pass picked off. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
And that's just excellent cover. Man, cover one, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board, and you still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open, and if I'm the QB man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it into tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception. Bad decision by the QB there.
From deep in their own territory, looking to throw. Snags it on the right. Hit the afterburners, kid. 10. Touchdown, Green Wave. And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half.
And I love the play call. Oftentimes offensively, you like to throw the football deep down in your own end and take shots because you're anticipating man coverage. So if you get a receiver that can get behind the defense, that has a chance to be a home run type play. And you saw it work out exactly that way right there.
Fielded in the end zone. It's ball. Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. And boy, they missed an opportunity last time throwing that pick in the red zone, David.
Yeah, and you got to put...
He'll off one deep down the left side. Oh, did he toast the coverage? Got it deep downfield. Flying out to the left. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Noles.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
All tied up and just about set to kick it away. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So we'll see the offense on the field to start this drive. They move the tight end all over. Use the play fake, now to throw. Going to try to get it himself. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
Man, what a nice run by the QB. Great job exploding, getting upfield, and then smartly getting out of bounds. And, man, how hard is it to stop an offense with a guy at the quarterback spot that's so dynamic?
Power football with the run. And they make the tackle, but he has plenty for the first down.
Well, it's not a home run, but it's just enough by the running back to move the chains.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 29. Looks as if the defense was a little too eager there, got into the neutral zone, and that'll be a 5-yard penalty. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. After the flag, it's 1st and 5 for the offense.
Slide 22. Down. Go. Terrier. Go.
They'll leave it with him. Just ran him over. Slips one guy, and now he's loose. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42. You count up those explosive plays in a game, and you put a little extra star by the big run.
Yeah, this running back is a weapon, boy. He is so good in space. He's got shiftiness. He can make guys miss. And if this guy gets into the second level, watch out. He can hit a home run.
Throws toward the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Green Wave.
And it's so underrated, the relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
He'll call for the fair catch here. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play. The Seminoles will hustle to the line. Anytime a wide receiver makes a big play like that, images of Peter Warwick start flashing in Seminoles' head. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Touchdown, Florida State! Made the grab and finished the deal in the end zone. And the extra point was good, no incident there, and we're tied up in the third. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. Out of the end zone. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was...
He hurls one deep down the left side. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
Quarterback could not have walked that ball and placed it into the hands of his receiver any better. That was a perfect throw. Wide out, deep downfield. You got to finish the play.
The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Dialing up a second down pass play. On the run, fires downfield. Just missed his man, gave it a little too much.
Not seeing a lot of chemistry between the QB and his intended target on that play.
This coach wanted to be absolutely certain on a challenge. He was right. The previous play will be overturned. Now on first down from the 28. Use the play fake, now to throw. Getting some heat. Showing the bravado, throwing it back to the right. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on first down. Second down coming up.
You know, it's a good decision by the QB because his intended target wasn't open, so throw it out of bounds, and you can live to play another day here on this drive.
This has been a tight one, third quarter, all tied up. It's now 2nd and 10. Pulls it and fires to the left. Oh, it's loose. Oh, the offense very fortunate to fall on that football.
And what a great job by the defense, securing the wide receiver, getting the football out, getting it on the deck, and dadgummit if it didn't bounce right back to the offense.
A 3rd and long coming up here. On the option. Shows him the stiff arm. And he keeps it himself. A good decision there, and it gives this offense a first down.
I'm not sure what the quarterback saw on that one, but that was a very quick decision to take off and run with it to try to get his offense some positive yards.
This Tulane offense has a great drive going. Wide out in motion. Give to the back. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this...
He'll take a shot. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
Man, it's so hard to play defense nowadays. You got a strike zone where you can hit people. You get flagged for targeting. You get flagged for pass interference. That was beautiful. Great job in the end zone, making it a hard window to throw into, and when he caught it, making him feel you.
Fires downfield. Makes the grab. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
You know, as a quarterback, when you're throwing to your running backs, you got to be careful. You got to be accurate. You got to put the football out in front and make it an easy catch for these guys, and that's exactly what that QB did on that angle route.
Here comes Tulane after picking up the first down. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Made a defender miss. Got enough space. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Tulane. And a huge run from the back for 6.
Man, it's nice to have a running back that can do that. That makes everything else easy on offense. Hey, hand it to that guy. He makes a big play. Yes, please.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. From back of the end zone, he'll bring it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out. You need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer.
He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Brings it down on the right side. Oh, look out. Touchdown, Seminoles. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him. The AT unit on the field. And the extra point was made without incident, and we're tied up here in the 3rd. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a 2-play drive. After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. That running game was impressive, taking them right down for a touchdown last time, David.
Yeah, just mauling. No secret play calls, just simply we are more physical than you, and we're pounding the football right at you.
So if you're on offense this next drive, take a look at their safeties and see if they're creeping up into the box. Because of your success running the football, this might be time to take a shot down the field and play action.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll run the option. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
After the strong run on 2nd down, 3rd down coming. Do they do it again? From the gun, wants to pass. It's complete on the right side. Just what they were looking for to getting this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered.
Get him down for the sack.
A loss of 9 on the play. Brings up 2nd down.
These two teams about to find out what they're made of as we open the 4th all tied up. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. They're trying to get to it. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. Wide open downfield. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. This Tulane offense has a great drive going. Wants to throw on 1st down. He'll pull it down and run. He found a little opening and got loose. They couldn't stop him in the backfield, so a solid pickup there. Offense gets set for 2nd down. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Oh, that move is going to leave them dizzy.
And listen, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I mean, I love teams that commit to the run, and when it's successful, keep running the rock.
Yeah, David, I think this offensive line right now, they've got a lather going. They're really sort of getting in the groove and flow of this game. They're just getting tremendous push at the point of attack. It seems like every single time they decide to run the ball.
The big defensive tackles in the middle, they're not always the best pass rushers, but they are strong, and I say country strong. When they put their hands on you, you feel it. They lock people out on the line of scrimmage. They create separation. They wrap running backs up, and usually they don't get out of the midst of those big boys.
Well, this is one of the fastest quarterbacks in college football, and that's why the option's a good idea, because if he can get out in space and he has a chance to get downfield, he is really difficult to tackle, and he's very difficult to catch, as you saw in that last play, getting a 1st down.
Handoff from the shotgun. Running it in the red zone, imposing their will and picking up 5 down to the 15.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Motion from the offense. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Ran through the contact. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a 1st down on the play.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride. They want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the 1st.
Here comes Tulane after picking up the 1st down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that is how you bring it. You see the ball, you go get it right now, and you bring the wood with some bad intentions.
Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. Able to fight his way ahead for a pickup of 4, but they're still left with a 4th and 2. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Tie game, fourth quarter, and they're going to go for it on fourth down.
Cut. Razor. Over.
Now on the move. Touchdown, Green Wave! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the fourth.
Number 12.
Yeah, and I love calling the QB's number. I don't care if he gets hit down near the goal line, fourth and goal. I need him to make a play. Nice job being decisive, getting downhill, getting in the end zone.
The extra point is good, and now in the fourth, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point.
Florida State, 38.
He'll take the return, try to get better field position. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. They'll run it from the gun. Got to be smart, patient, great vision, uses all of that to get to the 29. The Seminoles want to move quickly. From the gun, running back on the move. And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chains.
It's hard to stop great runners. It really is. That's why you run the football consistently. You got a big offensive line, a big physical unit. You run the football like this, man, it will take a toll later. But you got to tackle this guy over and over again who has this ability to make people miss and make big plays.
From the gun, they'll try the middle. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physicaled. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
Nice run there to keep things moving before they force him out of bounds. Third down and 1, and this is why they call it a gut check. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. He makes a catch. And a big-time grab there. Knocked down immediately, but not before he gets it to the 40.
He's been a matchup problem all season long. Defenses just don't know how to solve the puzzle. And with that last catch, over 500 yards receiving now on the year for him.
And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3. Offense in the hurry-up. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play.
One of the things I love about this offense, Reese, is they have tons of speed. They like to try to get the ball going east-west. That time they generate a huge play going to the right side.
And the defense either not fast enough to fit or got knocked out of the fit.
Yeah, they got to do a better job containing that as this game goes on. They got to funnel the football back to the middle of the field.
We have reached the 2-minute warning, and time is of the essence if this offense is going to make a play. In search of that tying touchdown. They've moved the chains a couple of times. It's 1st and 10 again. Fighting off the defender. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, he did everything he could to try to avoid all those defenders, but at the end, it's still a negative play. Tackle for loss.
One defender, then the next one. The blitzing guy got a shot at him. Everybody had a shot. It took a while to get him down.
Yeah, great effort by that defense, not quitting on the play.
They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch.
You know, the defense, they just haven't been able to find an answer for this guy throughout the course of the game. Obviously, he's got 2 touchdowns, picks up the first down there. They've tried doubling him. They've tried man coverage, zone coverage. Nothing working on defense. They can't stop him.
And this is the chance for this offense. A 1st and goal, 4th quarter, trying to tie the game up. He'll ride his man on the option. The offense coughs it up. The defense all over that loose ball, and now they're bringing it back. Past the 50, the 40. He's at the 30. Able to stay on his feet and get the ball to the 21-yard line.
Oh, man, you're set up. You're in great position. The offense driving the ball down the field. You get in the red, you got to make something positive happen, Paulman. That's not what they were looking for.
No, turnovers. That's why that's a key statistic when it comes to winning and losing football games. But it couldn't have come at a worse time, as you just mentioned, David. Down at this area of the field, situationally, when you're trailing, you simply can't have a mistake like that. And that's the difference between good teams and bad teams.
Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. They're in control. The clock is their friend. You'd have to expect another run here on 2nd and 6. And a nice, solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
I think they called that knowing they weren't going to hit a home run. So why would you call it that? Well, you call it so third down becomes an easier down. It's not third and long where I have to pass the football. Now all options on the table.
Green 25. Lizzie.
Muscling ahead on 3rd and short. Tackle is made after the first down. Timeout is called and the clock is down to 8. You already have the lead. Scoring is always good, but milk the clock and it will be your friend. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Nobody open, he just throws it away and it'll bring up 2nd down. And for the 2nd time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. It's good. And now the lead is extended a little further. Well, this was an offensive showcase out there today. We thought it would be a high-scoring game, and it certainly delivered.
If you love offense, then you love this type of game. Both offenses going up and down the field, seemingly at will. Throwing the ball, running the ball. But, David, I feel like if you're a fan of defense, maybe this wasn't your cup of tea.
More defense optional. You didn't really